Read an opening statement. This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Bar M. Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission of December 7, 2022, filed with the Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 8, 2022, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wishes to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome everyone who is joining us in person and remotely today. For this meeting, we are permitting meeting participants who wish to do so to continue to address the Commission through remote technology. We are also permitting in-person participation. The public meeting room is therefore open and appropriate health measures are being taken. We will, however, continue to stream our public meetings. The public is able to listen through the access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I will repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code, and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking.
Can you answer when I call your name, please, for the roll? Commissioner Molyneux?
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper?
Present.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Present.
Thank you. Matters discussed in closed session this morning included approval of the January 11, 2023 closed session minutes, as well as employee key license application matters. The first matter for your consideration is approval of the ratification of the minutes of the January 11, 2023 public portion of the meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of January 11th, 2023.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Kenneth W. Adams III, David M. Aricchio, Brian Conley, Margarita Fawkes, also known as Margarita Avila, and Margarita Schettino, Victoria S. Hutto, also known as Victoria S. Samabath, Victoria S. Costanza, Katanva Q. Jones, also known as Katanva Q. Ragland, Brian M. Long, Jeffrey J. Lowich, Maria E. Miller, also known as Maria E. Cohen, also known as Maria E. Schertz, Abel Rojas Rodriguez, Brian M. Santos, Mahul Y. Shah, Christine N. Staffieri, also known as Christine N. Staffieri, Christopher M. Tilley. There are 12 matters to which there are consent. There are several matters which I will call separately, which include Mr. Conley, Mr. Tilley, Ms. Garcia, and Ms. James, the latter two which were additions to the February 8, 2023 agenda. The remaining matters have been reviewed by the division, have been reviewed by the licensing staff of the commission, both of which recommend that the commission grant the 12 initial casino key employee licenses.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 12 initial casino key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. The matters to which we would request that they be called separately to support a recommendation that they be remanded to the conference process include Brian Conley, Christopher M. Tilley, Monique I. Garcia, and Unique M. James. As noted earlier, Monique Garcia and Unique M. James were additions to the February agenda as an addendum. As indicated, the division as well as commission staff recommend that those 4 matters be remanded to the contested case process.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing 4 initial casino key employee license applications.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 are applications for resubmitted casino key employee licenses and/or for qualification. They include John Bitzberger, Milagros Carrion Cohen, also known as Milagros Arroyo, Christopher P. Cottrell, Walter J. Cox III, Peter G. Dalzell, Vong T. Doan, Nilsa Gonzalez Shekvev, also known as Nilsa Esperanza, also known as Nilsa Gonzalez, Michael J. Gorney Sr., also known as Michael J. Gorney Jr., Signe J. Huff, also known as Signe J. Carlson, Victoria R. Marr, also known as Victoria R. Witowski, Lawrence J. McCabe, Mary E. O'Brien, also known as Mary E. Mike or Mick, Vikas Patel, Hong D. Pham, Glenn Pompo, and Raymond C. Sands III. Mr. Chairman, there is a recommendation from the division as well as commission staff that all of these resubmitted casino key employee licenses be granted. I would ask that Signe J. Huff be called separately as she is a qualifier and a roll call vote is needed. With respect to the remaining 15, as again noted, a recommendation to grant those resubmissions is put forth.
Are there any questions regarding any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 15 resubmitted casino key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. With respect to Signe J. Huff, subletter I, Vice President of Human Resources for AC Ocean Walk LLC. Again, the recommendation is to grant that resubmission and qualification.
Are there any questions regarding this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant resubmitted key license and qualification.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Agenda item number 4 are approvals through delegation of authority between January 1, 2023 and January 31, 2023 pursuant to resolution number 2201-1211B. Pat Eeler, Manager, Licensing and Financial Evaluation Unit, is here to review those matters with you. However, no vote is required at this time.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Patrick Eeler, appearing on behalf of the Commission. Between January 1st and January 31st, 2023, the staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority. On January 3rd, 2023, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Bruce C. Perlman for a table games casino manager position at Bally's Atlantic City, and Carlos J. Gutierrez Martinez for a sportsbook assistant manager position at Harrah's Atlantic City. On January 5th, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license with a multi-casino endorsement was granted to Michael J. Callahan for a regional director of entertainment position at Caesars Atlantic City and Harrah's Atlantic City. On January 6, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Joseph A. Corba for a senior internal audit manager position at Bally's Atlantic City. Also effective January 6, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Arnold D. DeMarco for a casino games supervisor / dual rate manager position at Harrah's Atlantic City. Mr. DeMarco had previously been granted a temporary casino key employee license for a different position title at that same casino. The approval for the new position title will expire on the same date as the original approval. On January 17th, 2023, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Denisha K. Miller for a sportsbook supervisor position at Tropicana Atlantic City, and Dominic A. Iacovelli II for a security shift manager position at Caesars Atlantic City. On January 18th, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Kenneth M. McCord for an information technology position at Bally's Atlantic City. On January 20th, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license with a multi-casino endorsement was granted to Lynn M. Mazer, also known as Lynn M. Dembinski, for a dual-rate credit clerk / credit executive position at Harrah's, Caesars, and Tropicana Atlantic City. And a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Gregory E. Moore for a credit executive position at Borgata. And on January 27th, 2023, a temporary casino key employee license with a multi-casino endorsement was granted to Audrey A. Cerniglia for an iGaming compliance manager position at Caesars Atlantic City, Harrah's Atlantic City, and Tropicana Atlantic City, along with Caesars Interactive Entertainment, New Jersey. This memorializes the noted approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period. No further Commission action is required. Thank you.
Item number 5 are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Again, Patrick Eeler will review those matters with you.
Thank you. The following 5 individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee license approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years in lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application. Marcella R. Bakari, also known as Marcella R. Desidori. Keith H. Creed, also known as Henry K. Creed. Norma D. Sabato, also known as Norma Ingargiola. Charles B. Ford Jr., and Kevin C. Ortzman. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 5 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 6 is consideration of the lapsing of Casino Key employee license. Again, Patrick Eeler will review those with you.
Thank you. At this time, there are 4 individuals for your consideration to lapse their Casino Key employee license. In each of these cases, the Casino Key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a Casino Key employee license review application, nor requested to be placed on the Casino Key employee license approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the Casino Key employee licenses of the following individuals be deemed to have lapsed: Thomas J. Balance, Barbara A. Burns, Jessica A. Rowan, and Michael T. Salmon.
Are there any questions on either of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 4 Casino Key employee licenses lapsed pursuant to NJAC 19:41A-6.1F of the regulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 7 for your consideration is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Elena Rinaldi for a Casino Key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pipinelli will review that matter with you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. Before you is a stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Elena Rinaldi for her Casino Key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. I would ask counsel for the division under the appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
And for the record, Ms. Rinaldi is not here or on phone, correct? Thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Elena Rinaldi for a Casino Key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, the ayes have it.
Item number 8 for your consideration is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Edwin Ortiz for a Casino Key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will review that with you.
Good morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is a stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Edwin Ortiz for his Casino Key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. I would ask counsel for the division enter their appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further to add on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, for the record, Mr. Ortiz is not present or on the phone, correct? Thank you. Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Edmund Ortiz for Casino Key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr.
Subject-
Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Item number 9, stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Jody A. Edwards for a Casino Key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pipinelli will address you on that matter.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing again for the Commission. For your consideration is a stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Jody Edwards for her Casino Key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation. I would ask the division enter their appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
Again, for the record, Ms. Edwards is not here or on the phone, correct? Thank you. Are there any questions for council?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Jody A. Edwards for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 10 is consideration of the initial decision in the matter of the initial application of Juan C. Mendez for a casino key employee license. By way of information regarding this matter, as you recall, this matter was initially remanded to the contested case hearing process by the commission. A contested case hearing was in fact held on this matter. An initial decision was entered by hearing examiner Joyce Molyneux. Subsequent to the issuance of that initial decision, a stipulation of settlement was entered into between the division and the applicant. That stipulation of settlement is before you for consideration today. If adopted, it would make the initial decision moot. I do have counsel for the division present with respect to this matter. Mr. Mendez has indicated via email that he is not attending the proceeding this morning and asked that the commission contact him should there be any additional actions that he's required to take. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask the division to enter its appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
And for the record, Mr. Menendez is not here or on the phone.
That's correct.
Are there any questions for commission or division counsel on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to dismiss the initial decision issued in the matter as moot. Approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant, and grant the initial application of Juan C. Mendez for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 11 is consideration of the plenary qualification of Michael J. Capetta to serve as Senior Vice President of Internal Audit of MGM Resorts International. This matter was initiated by a petition PRN 1732204 dated June 22, 2022, seeking the temporary qualification of Mr. Capetta to serve in the position as indicated of Senior Vice President of Internal Audit of MGM. At your July 7, 2022 meeting, you granted that temporary qualification. The division has filed a plenary report, and the matter is now before you for plenary consideration of his qualification. The division is represented. Believe counsel for MGM is available via Zoom, and I would ask with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that they enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman Pelosi. Patrick Madamba, Senior Vice President and Legal Counsel for MGM Resorts International and Marina District Development Company, better known as Regatta. We would simply ask that Mr. Capetta be found plenarily qualified to serve in the position of Senior Vice President of Internal Audit. I'd like to thank both the division for its expeditious investigation and the commission with the help of bringing this forward. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's letter report dated January 17, 2023, recommending the plenary qualification of Mr. Capetta. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution in this matter and has no objections. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions for counsel?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find Michael J. Capetta, qualified to serve as Senior Vice President of Internal Audit for MGM Resorts International, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 12 is consideration of the plenary qualification of Stephen J. Zippor to serve as a member of the audit committees of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC. Again, this matter was presented to the commission by petition dated April 19, 2022, PRN 1092204, seeking the temporary qualification of Mrs. Zippor to serve as indicated as a member of the audit committees of both Boardwalk and HR Atlantic City. You considered this matter at your May 11, 2022 public meeting and granted that temporary qualification. A plenary report has been filed by the division. Before you today is consideration of Mr. Zippor's plenary qualification. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, I would ask the council, who I believe are both present, enter their appearances and proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. I am Nanette Horner, General Counsel for Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC. I have reviewed the draft resolution, and I respectfully request that you approve the plenary qualification of Stephen J. Zippor to serve as a member of the audit committees of Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's report dated January 24, 2023, recommending Mr. Zippor's plenary qualification. The division has reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion on this matter?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and find Stephen J. Zippor qualified to serve as a member of the audit committees for Boardwalk 1000 LLC and HR Atlantic City LLC, in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6 and 2.7.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper, and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, can we skip to agenda item number 14 to facilitate the appearance of the same council?
Yes.
That matter being a petition of Boardwalk 1000 LLC for the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to James Tierney pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89E, and to permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Strategic Performance pending plenary qualification. This matter was initiated for your consideration by e-petition PRN 0272301 dated January 27, 2023, seeking the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license and for initial temporary qualification of Mr. Tierney to serve in the position indicated Vice President of Strategic Performance. Again, counsel for both the division and the casino licensee are present, and I would ask with your permission that they enter their appearances and address the matter directly.
Good morning again. This is Nanette Horner. I am General Counsel for Boardwalk 1000 LLC. I have reviewed the draft resolution, and I respectfully request that you approve the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to James Tierney and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Strategic Performance pending plenary qualification.
Good Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Deputy Attorney General Jordan Hollander on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. You have the division's response of no objection to the requested relief in this matter. The division has also reviewed the draft resolution and has no objections. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion on this matter?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the petition and issue a temporary casino key employee license to James Tierney pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, NJSA 5:12-89E, and NJAC 19:41A-5.3, and permit him to assume the duties and exercise the powers of Vice President of Strategic Performance for Boardwalk 1000 LLC, pending plenary qualification, in accordance with the conditions contained in NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper,
Yes.
and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you. Now we return to item number 13, which is consideration of the initial casino key employee licensure and plenary qualification of Melissa Stutchell to serve as Director of Casino Marketing of Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. This matter was initially presented by way of a petition PRN 1802201 dated June 28, 2022. Subsequent to the issuance of a temporary casino key employee license to Ms. Stutchell by delegated authority on June 16, 2022. The subsequently filed petition was a result of a determination that Ms. Stutchell was a qualifier in the position of Vice President of Casino Marketing. Therefore, at your July 7, 2022 meeting, you granted her temporary qualification. A plenary report has now been submitted by the division with regard to her temporary key license as well as her temporary qualification. So before you is consideration of the initial casino key and plenary qualification. Council is present, and I ask with your permission, Mr. Chairman, that they enter their appearances and be allowed to proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Beth Sacco, Vice President, Chief Counsel, Regional Operations for Caesars Entertainment, appearing today for Tropicana Atlantic City. I have reviewed the draft resolution and I have no objection, and I would respectfully request that the resolution be approved for the issuance of the casino key employee license as well as the plenary qualification of Melissa Stutchell to serve as the Director of Casino Marketing for Tropicana Atlantic City. And I'd be more than happy to answer any questions the Commission may have at this time. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Connor Martin, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a report on January 26, 2023, recommending the plenary qualification and key licensure of Melissa Stutchell to serve as Director of Casino Marketing for Tropicana Atlantic City Corp. We have reviewed the draft resolution and have no objection to it. Thank you.
Are there any questions for council?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to adopt the draft resolution and A, grant an initial casino key employee license to Melissa L. Stutchell pursuant to NJSA 5:12-89B, and B, find Ms. Stutchell qualified to serve as Director of Casino Marketing for Tropicana Atlantic City Corporation in accordance with NJSA 5:12-85.1 and NJAC 13:69C-2.6.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote?
Commissioner Molyneux,
Yes.
Vice Chair Cooper, and Chairman Pelosi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, agenda item number 15 is adjourned. In accordance with Resolution 22-12-07-03, the next closed session will be held on Wednesday, March 8, 2023, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? Sir, could you state your name for the record?
Sure. Steve Young, Atlantic City.
Thank you.
And I'm here about a very disturbing issue. There was a school board meeting in Atlantic City held on the 24th, which we spoke about because a very disturbing thing that happened to our children in school, the safety of our children in school. A police officer came to me and asked me to leave because he said my time was up, which it wasn't. Everything was videotaping and everything. I since spoke to the chief of police about his actions. Everybody know because of what happened with George Floyd and with Tyra Nichols that the police relationships is something we need to work on, and we've been trying to do that. The next day at a city staff meeting where the chief was there and several representatives from the city as well as the community, someone came up to the mic and is a very concerned and called me a liar outright and said the officer did not touch me. But they said, liar, liar, liar. And I'm here to say that commissioner, Ms. Molyneux, is a liar, liar, liar. And because of the actions that was done, I just hopefully think that I believe it puts the commissions in their light when it comes to their character and their actions. I just hope that it be looked into so it won't happen again, and so this commission would not be politicized in our community. So I just hope that you look into that, and so it won't happen again, as well as the actions on the Civilian Advisory Board for the city of Atlantic City. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
No, Your Honor.
None? Okay. Hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?